Did you know that 1 in 5 women now identify as Sigma females? That's right. 20% of women are breaking free from traditional social hierarchies. But here's the kicker. Many of them are learning some hard lessons way too late in the game. Stick around, because what I'm about to share might just change your life. Hey there, fierce ladies. Today we're diving deep into the world of Sigma females, those independent, strong-willed women who march to the beat of their own drum. But being a Sigma isn't all smooth sailing. There are some brutal truths that many of us only figure out after years of struggle. So let's cut through the noise and get real about what it means to be a Sigma female in today's world. Society often paints Sigma females as these unshakable, always-got-it-together superwomen. But the reality, it's way more complex. We face unique challenges that can leave us feeling misunderstood and isolated. These 8 truths we're about to explore, they're the wake-up calls many of us wish we'd gotten years ago. Truth number 1. Your independence can be intimidating. You heard that right. Your superpower can sometimes be your kryptonite. But here's the twist. Embrace it. Use that intimidation factor to your advantage in negotiations and leadership roles. All right, Sigma ladies, let's dive into truth bomb number 1. As a Sigma female, you're used to calling the shots, making decisions on your own, and not needing anyone's approval. It's like you've got this invisible force field of self-reliance around you. Sounds awesome, right? Well, it is. But here's the catch. Not everyone knows how to handle that level of independence. Picture this. You walk into a room, confident and self-assured. You don't immediately seek out others for validation or small talk. Some people might interpret that as aloofness or even arrogance, but we know that's not the case. You're just comfortable in your own skin, and that, my friend, can be intimidating to others. Now, you might be thinking, great, so my independence is scaring people off. Not so fast. This is where the magic happens. That intimidation factor, it's actually a secret weapon if you know how to use it right. In negotiations, for example, your independence can be a huge asset. When you're not desperate for approval or agreement, you hold all the cards. You can walk away from a bad deal without breaking a sweat, and that makes people take you seriously. It's like having an invisible boss badge that commands respect. And in leadership roles, oh boy, does your independence shine. You're not afraid to make tough decisions or stand by your convictions. This inspires confidence in your team and earns you respect from your peers. Your ability to think independently and not get swayed by groupthink, that's leadership gold right there. But here's a pro tip. Balance is key. While your independence is your strength, remember to show your collaborative side too. You can be independent and still value input from others. It's not an either-or situation. Now, I know some of you might have struggled with this. Maybe you've been called cold or unapproachable. Perhaps you've had people assume you're not a team player just because you don't need constant validation. It can be frustrating, right? But here's the thing. Those misunderstandings, they're not your problem to fix. Your job is to be authentically you. The right people in your personal and professional life will appreciate your independence for the strength it is. So, how do you embrace this intimidating independence? First, own it. Be proud of your self-reliance. Second, use it strategically. In negotiations, let it give you the upper hand. In leadership, let it fuel your decision-making. And in your personal life, let it attract people who value strength and independence. Remember, being intimidating doesn't mean being unkind or unapproachable. You can be warm, friendly, and independent all at the same time. It's about finding that sweet spot where your independence empowers you without alienating others. Here's a challenge for you. This week, pay attention to situations where your independence might be perceived as intimidating. Instead of downplaying it, lean into it. Use it to your advantage. Maybe it's standing firm on a decision at work, or confidently pursuing a personal goal without seeking approval. Embrace your independence and watch how it transforms your interactions. Before we move on to the next truth, I want you to really let this sink in. Your independence is not something to be tamed or hidden. It's a powerful tool in your Sigma female toolkit. Use it wisely, and it'll take you places you've only dreamed of. Now, if you've ever felt like your independence was misunderstood, go ahead and smash that like button. Trust me, you're not alone in this. And hey, stick around, because truth number 5, it's an absolute game changer that'll make you see your Sigma female journey in a whole new light. Now let's unpack truth number 2. Your Sigma status is fluid. This might be the most mind-blowing revelation for many of you, so buckle up. We often think of being a Sigma female as this fixed, unchanging identity. It's a club we've joined, and now we have to act a certain way all the time. But here's the real deal. Your Sigma status is as fluid as water, constantly shifting and changing. Picture this. One day, you're crushing it at work, making bold decisions, and feeling like you could conquer the world. You're the epitome of a Sigma female, independent, confident, and marching to the beat of your own drum. But then, the next day rolls around, and suddenly you're craving a movie night with friends, or maybe you're doubting that big decision you made yesterday. Does this mean you've lost your Sigma card? Absolutely not. Being a Sigma female isn't about being a lone wolf 24/7 or never experiencing self-doubt. It's about embracing your unique path, whatever that looks like on any given day. Some days, that path might lead you to solitude and independence. Other days, it might lead you straight to your best friend's couch for a heart-to-heart. Here's the thing, we're human beings, not robots. Our needs, desires, and emotions fluctuate. One day, you might feel invincible, ready to take on the world single-handedly. The next, you might crave connection, support, or even just a good old-fashioned hug. And guess what? Both of these states are perfectly valid and don't make you any less of a Sigma female. Think of your Sigma status like a dimmer switch, not an on-off button. Some days it's cranked up to full brightness, other days it's a soft glow. But it's always there, part of who you are, even when it's not at its most visible. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. This fluidity, it's actually your superpower. Because you're not locked into one way of being, you have the flexibility to adapt to different situations. You can be the independent problem solver when needed, and the supportive friend when the situation calls for it. You can lead the charge at work and still enjoy being part of a team. But I get it. This fluidity can be confusing. You might wonder, am I still a Sigma if I'm feeling needy today? Or, does wanting to fit in sometimes make me less of a Sigma? The answer is a resounding no. These moments of doubt or desire for connection don't negate your Sigma status, they enrich it. Embracing this fluidity allows you to be more authentic, more human. It frees you from the pressure of always having to be the strong, independent one. It gives you permission to have off days, to ask for help, to be vulnerable. And ironically, accepting this fluidity often makes you stronger and more confident in the long run. So how do you navigate this fluidity? First, accept it. Recognize that your needs and feelings will change, sometimes day to day or even hour to hour. Second, honor it. If you're feeling independent and self-reliant, lean into that. If you're craving connection, allow yourself to seek it out. Third, communicate it. Let the people in your life know where you're at. It'll help them understand you better. Remember, being a Sigma female isn't about fitting into a rigid mold. It's about being true to yourself, wherever you are on the spectrum on any given day. So embrace the ebb and flow of your Sigma nature. It's not a sign of weakness, It's a testament to your complexity and depth as a human being. Drop a comment below if you've ever felt that. Your fellow Sigma females want to hear from you. Truth 3. People may misinterpret your intentions. Being a Sigma female comes with its unique set of strengths and challenges. One of the common hurdles you might face is the misinterpretation of your intentions. As a Sigma female, you're known for your straightforwardness and directness. You say what you mean and mean what you say. While this clarity can be empowering, it can sometimes be perceived as harshness or insensitivity by others who may not be used to such direct communication. Your straightforward nature is a breath of fresh air in a world often filled with ambiguity. You value honesty and transparency, choosing to communicate in a way that leaves no room for misinterpretation. However, not everyone is accustomed to this level of candor. Some may find it jarring or intimidating, mistaking your clear-cut approach for a lack of empathy or warmth. People have different communication styles. Some prefer indirect communication, where messages are relayed with nuance and subtlety. In contrast, your style is more direct, aiming for clarity and efficiency. This difference can lead to misunderstandings. For instance, a simple, straightforward comment intended to provide constructive feedback might be perceived as criticism or personal attack by someone who is not used to such directness. So, how do you bridge this gap between your intentions and how they are perceived? The key lies in adapting your communication style without compromising your authenticity. Here are a few strategies. Before delivering your message, consider the context. Is the person you're speaking with accustomed to direct feedback? Are they in a receptive state of mind? Adjusting your approach based on these factors can make a significant difference. While being direct, also be empathetic. Acknowledge the feelings of others and frame your message in a way that considers their perspective. This doesn't mean sugarcoating, but rather packaging your message with understanding and care. Sometimes it helps to preface your statements with your intentions. For example, saying, "I want to share some thoughts that might help us improve," can set a positive tone and reduce the likelihood of your words being misinterpreted. Make sure to also listen actively. Communication is a two-way street, and by showing that you value others' input, you can foster a more open and understanding dialogue. Ask for feedback on your communication style. If someone shares that they felt your approach was too harsh, use it as an opportunity to explain your intentions and learn how you might adjust your delivery in the future. Pay attention to your non-verbal communication. Body language, tone of voice, and eye contact can all influence how your message is received. A warm smile or gentle tone can soften even the most direct message. We all have stories of when our intentions were misunderstood. Sharing these experiences can be incredibly enlightening and healing. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where your directness was misinterpreted? How did you handle it? What strategies did you employ to clear up the misunderstanding? Sharing your story in the comments could help others who are navigating similar challenges. By embracing these strategies, you can maintain your authentic communication style while ensuring your intentions are understood clearly. Remember, it's about finding a balance that respects both your nature and the diverse perspectives of those around you. As you continue on your journey as a Sigma female, these skills will not only enhance your communication, but also enrich your relationships. Before we move on, hit that like button if you are enjoying the video. Alright, Sigma ladies, brace yourselves for truth number 4. And trust me, this one's a real doozy. Your adaptability can lead to an identity crisis. You're like a social chameleon, effortlessly blending into any situation. But here's the catch. Don't lose yourself in the process. Let's dive deeper into this. As a Sigma female, you've got this incredible superpower of adaptability. You can walk into a boardroom, an art gallery, or a sports bar and fit right in. It's like you've got a closet full of different personas ready to slip on at a moment's notice. Pretty cool, right? Well, yes and no. This adaptability is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it makes you incredibly versatile. You can navigate different social circles with ease, making connections across various fields and industries. This skill can open doors and create opportunities that others might miss. But here's where it gets tricky. When you're constantly shifting to fit your environment, it's easy to lose sight of who you really are. You might find yourself asking, wait, which version of me is the real me? It's like being an actor who's played so many roles they've forgotten their off-screen personality. This identity crisis can sneak up on you. One day, you're confidently switching between different social modes, and the next, you're staring in the mirror, unsure of your authentic self. It's a disorienting feeling, like trying to stand still on a moving platform. So, how do you stay true to yourself while still leveraging your adaptability? It's all about finding your core, your non-negotiable values and beliefs that remain constant no matter the situation. Think of it like this. You're not changing who you are in different settings. You're just highlighting different aspects of your multifaceted personality. The key is to always keep your core values in focus. Here's a practical tip. Before entering a new situation, take a moment to remind yourself of your fundamental beliefs and goals. Ask yourself, how can I adapt to this environment without compromising who I am? It's also crucial to have anchor points in your life. People, places, or activities that ground you and remind you of your true self. Maybe it's a close friend who knows the real you, a hobby that reflects your passions, or a personal ritual that centers you. Remember, your adaptability is a strength, not a flaw. The goal isn't to become less adaptable, but to adapt mindfully. Be a chameleon who knows its true colors. Challenge yourself to find consistency in your adaptability. Are there certain traits or values that you maintain across all situations? Those are likely core to who you are. And here's a tough question to ask yourself. Are there situations where you feel you're compromising too much of yourself to fit in? It might be time to reevaluate if those environments align with your authentic self. Embracing this truth doesn't mean you have to wear your heart on your sleeve in every situation. It's about maintaining an internal compass that guides your external adaptations. So, Sigma females, as you navigate the world with your chameleon-like abilities, remember to check in with yourself regularly. Are you adapting to thrive or losing yourself to please? Stay true to your core and let your adaptability enhance, not define, who you are. Your ability to blend in is remarkable, but your ability to stand out as your authentic self. That's your true superpower. All right, Sigma ladies, here we are at truth number 5. The one I promised would be a game changer. Your unconventional path may lead to delayed success. Now hold on, because I know that sounds a little daunting, but here's the silver lining. When you do succeed, it's absolutely on your own terms. Your unique journey is what truly sets you apart in the long run. Let's unpack this. As Sigma females, we often don't follow the traditional routes that society has laid out for us. While others may take the more conventional path, finishing school, climbing the corporate ladder, or following scripted life stages, you're likely carving your own way. This can mean pursuing unique passions, starting a business, or even changing careers multiple times. And while this path can be exciting, it can also come with its own set of challenges, particularly the feeling that success is taking longer to achieve. You might find yourself looking at your friends or peers, watching them land promotions, buy homes or start families and think, what's wrong with me? Why am I not there yet? It's easy to feel a sense of urgency to catch up when it seems like everyone else has it all figured out. But here's the truth. Their journeys are not your journey. Your unconventional path, while it may lead to delayed success, is also filled with rich experiences and valuable lessons. Each twist and turn is shaping you into a stronger, more resilient person. You're gaining skills and insights that others may not have the chance to develop. You're learning to adapt, to innovate, and to think outside the box. These are traits that will serve you well in the long run. Think about it. When you eventually achieve your goals, you'll do so with a depth of understanding that comes from navigating your unique journey. You won't just have a title or a position, you'll have stories, wisdom, and experiences that enrich your success. This is something that's often overlooked in a society that values speed over substance. Here's another perspective. Delayed success doesn't mean failure. It means you're taking the time to build a foundation that's solid and true to who you are. You're not rushing to reach the finish line. You're taking the scenic route, and that's perfectly okay. In fact, it's commendable. Let's also consider the concept of success on your own terms. This means you get to define what success looks like for you. For some, it might be climbing the corporate ladder, while for others, it could mean creating a fulfilling life that prioritizes passion and personal fulfillment over traditional milestones. By taking the road less traveled, you're inviting yourself to define your own success parameters, rather than letting societal expectations dictate your journey. Here's a practical exercise. Take a moment to reflect on what success means to you specifically. Write it down. Is it financial freedom? Is it artistic expression? Is it making a meaningful impact in your community? By clarifying what success looks like for you, you can focus on the actions that align with your vision, rather than comparing yourself to others. And remember, every Sigma female has her own timeline. Just because someone else seems to be soaring doesn't mean you're falling behind. Your journey is uniquely yours, and that's what makes it beautiful. So embrace the delays, cherish your unconventional path, and celebrate your unique journey. When you do reach that point of success, it will be genuine, heartfelt, and completely yours. So keep pushing forward and trust that your time will come, and when it does, it will be magnificent. If you're still with me, you're in for a treat. The last 3 truths. They're the ones that'll really make you rethink everything. Truth 6. Society may try to box you in. As a Sigma female, you are a unique and independent spirit, often choosing to walk your own path rather than follow the crowd. However, society has a way of trying to fit everyone into neat little boxes, defined by norms and expectations that don't always align with who you are. This pressure to conform can be overwhelming, but it's crucial to remember that your true power lies in staying authentic to yourself. From a young age, we are socialized to adhere to certain societal norms and expectations. These norms dictate how we should behave, what we should aspire to, and even how we should think. For Sigma females who naturally resist these constraints, the pressure to conform can feel like a constant battle. Society might expect you to follow a traditional career path, settle down in a conventional lifestyle, or behave in ways that align with stereotypical gender roles. Conforming to societal expectations can lead to a loss of identity. When you try to fit into a mold that doesn't suit you, it can stifle your creativity, diminish your self-worth, and lead to feelings of dissatisfaction and unhappiness. It's like wearing a pair of shoes that are too tight. They might look good on the outside, but they cause discomfort and pain with every step. The key to overcoming this pressure is to stay true to yourself. Embrace your individuality and recognize that your uniqueness is your strength. Here are some ways to maintain your authenticity. Take time to reflect on who you are and what you truly want out of life. What are your passions, values, and goals? Understanding these aspects of yourself can help you resist societal pressures and make choices that align with your true self. Establish clear boundaries with those around you. Let them know what you are comfortable with and what you are not. This can help protect your individuality and prevent others from imposing their expectations on you. Find a community of like-minded individuals who appreciate and support your uniqueness. Having a support system can provide encouragement and validation, making it easier to resist societal pressures. Celebrate what makes you different. Whether it's your unconventional career path, your unique hobbies, or your independent lifestyle, these differences are what make you special. Don't be afraid to question and challenge societal norms. Just because something is considered normal doesn't mean it's right for you. Be a trailblazer and pave your own path. When you stay true to yourself, you tap into a wellspring of power and confidence. Authenticity allows you to live a life that is fulfilling and meaningful, one that is aligned with your values and aspirations. It enables you to make decisions that are right for you, rather than ones that are expected of you. By embracing your authenticity, you also inspire others to do the same. Your courage to live life on your own terms can encourage those around you to break free from societal constraints and pursue their own paths. You become a beacon of empowerment, showing others that it's possible to live a life that is true to oneself. In a world that often tries to box you in, remember that your power lies in your authenticity. Society may try to impose its expectations on you, but you have the strength to resist and stay true to who you are. Embrace your uniqueness, set your own standards, and live a life that reflects your true self. By doing so, you not only empower yourself, but also pave the way for others to follow in your footsteps. Let's dive deeper into truth number 7. Success doesn't always equal fulfillment. As Sigma females, we're often driven, ambitious, and laser-focused on our goals. We chase that next promotion, the bigger paycheck, or the corner office with a view. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with ambition, but here's the kicker. That success we're chasing, it might not bring us the happiness and fulfillment we're expecting. Picture this. You've just landed that dream job. The title is impressive, the salary makes your bank account sing, and your LinkedIn profile has never looked better. But then you get home, and something feels off. Your apartment is quiet. Your phone isn't buzzing with messages from friends. And that feeling of emptiness, it's still there, lurking in the background. This, my fellow Sigmas, is the success trap. We get so caught up in climbing the career ladder that we forget to build a life worth living at the top. Sacrifice weekends, cancel plans with friends, and put our personal lives on hold, all in the name of making it. But at what cost? Here's the harsh truth. No amount of professional success can fill the void left by neglected relationships and personal growth. That promotion won't laugh at your jokes, that fancy job title won't comfort you when you're feeling down, and that big paycheck won't create lasting memories with you. So, what's a Sigma female to do? It's all about balance, ladies. Start by redefining what success means to you. Is it really just about your career, or is it about creating a well-rounded, fulfilling life? Maybe success is having a job you enjoy and maintaining close friendships. Or perhaps it's achieving your professional goals while also pursuing personal passions and hobbies. Next, make a conscious effort to invest in your personal life. Schedule time for friends and family like you would an important business meeting. Treat your personal growth and relationships with the same dedication you give to your career. Remember, it's okay to say no to extra work sometimes. The world won't end if you don't answer that email at 10 p.m. on a Saturday. Instead, use that time to call a friend, read a book, or simply relax and recharge. Cultivate interests outside of work. Whether it's learning a new language, taking up painting, or joining a sports team, having passions beyond your job adds richness to your life and makes you a more interesting, well-rounded person. And here's a pro tip. Your personal experiences and relationships can actually make you better at your job. They provide fresh perspectives, improve your emotional intelligence, and can even lead to new professional opportunities. The bottom line? Success is multidimensional. Don't sacrifice your personal happiness on the altar of professional achievement. Strive for a life that's not just impressive on paper, but also rich in experiences, relationships, and personal growth. That, my fellow Sigmas, is true success. And finally, we've arrived at the most profound truth. Truth 8. Your biggest competition is yourself. That's right. It's not your friends, colleagues, or even those influencers you follow online. The only person you should be competing against is the version of you from yesterday. This is a powerful realization, and it can completely shift your perspective on personal growth. As Sigma females, we often find ourselves in a world that loves comparisons. Social media, in particular, can amplify this pressure. You scroll through your feed, and suddenly, it feels like everyone else is living their best life, landing dream jobs, traveling the world, or showcasing their perfect homes. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing your journey to theirs, but here's the kicker: their path is not yours. Your unique Sigma female journey is incomparable. When you start measuring your worth against someone else's accomplishments, you're setting yourself up for dissatisfaction. Remember, everyone's story is different, shaped by their experiences, challenges, and choices. Instead of focusing on what others are doing, redirect your energy toward your own growth. Ask yourself, am I making progress toward my goals? Am I learning and evolving? Focusing on becoming the best version of yourself means embracing your individuality and recognizing your strengths. What makes you unique? What are your passions? What are the skills you want to develop? By concentrating on these questions, you'll create a personal roadmap that is authentic to you. This doesn't mean you shouldn't seek inspiration from others. It's perfectly fine to admire someone's journey and learn from it. But rather than viewing them as competition, see them as a source of motivation. Let their success inspire you to achieve your own goals, not as a benchmark to measure your worth. To make this shift, try incorporating daily affirmations into your routine. Remind yourself of your accomplishments and the progress you've made. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they may seem. By cultivating a mindset of self-appreciation, you'll find that the need to compare yourself to others diminishes. And here's the beauty of this truth: when you focus on your own journey, you'll likely discover a sense of fulfillment and joy that comes from within. You'll be free to take risks, explore new interests, and follow your passions without the burden of comparison. So, Sigma females, make a promise to yourself today. Commit to being your own biggest supporter. Challenge yourself to grow, learn, and evolve. But do it for you, not because of someone else. Remember, the only competition that truly matters is the one against yourself. And that's where the real growth happens. Now, here's the truth that ties everything together. Being a Sigma female isn't about fitting into a new box. It's about breaking free from all boxes. Your power lies in your ability to define success on your own terms, to challenge norms, and to inspire change. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. So there you have it, 8 harsh truths every Sigma female needs to know. From embracing your intimidating independence to recognizing that you're your own biggest competitor, these insights can transform your journey. Remember, being a Sigma female isn't just about being independent or ambitious. It's about being unapologetically you. Now it's your turn. Share your Sigma female experiences in the comments below. Which of these truths resonated with you the most? And if you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss our upcoming videos on personal growth and empowerment. Until next time, keep breaking those norms and redefining success.